Hey y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special! It is real live music right here in downtown Knoxville. I'm your host, Sean McCullough. We have a fairly eclectic Blue Plate today. I don't know, maybe keeping in the mood with the Big Ears Festival that was here last weekend, in which you could see just about any kind of music you wanted. We got two very different acts on the bill today. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got Anthony Ray Wright. But right now, give a big welcome to Jonathan Knight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was called Silence of Another Kind. So this next one's called Wonder, Wonder. It's kind of taken from Mary Oliver. She's one of my favorite poets, and she's always talking about finding the wonder in the everyday. And so that's kind of what this song is about.
In a forest, there's a flicker flame, a lit cigarette and a lion's mane. And as she looks up, he breathes a prayer for all the stars to hug him there. Happy memories speaks the mouth, and all this laughter, it comes tumbling out. If he could bury all the joy in the ground, would it grow back stronger for the next ones around? All this wonder It dances across oceans, and it wrestles to console. Is it mystic? Is it love? Well, I know it can't be gold. Will we find it in some innocence inside some lonely souls? I know him, oh I know him, for I'm searching too.
That's Jonathan Knight on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to chat for a minute and then get back to some more music. Welcome to the Blue Plate. It's your first time here.
It is. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So you are from Knoxville, but you moved to New York City for a while, and now you're back. Tell us a little bit about that journey. What took you up to New York? What'd you do up there?
I went to school to do film scoring up there, and then ended up working there, and then worked for an ad agency there, which I still do, but now we're back in Knoxville working remotely, doing that as well. And then also music, enjoying that.
That seems to be something that came out of COVID, was the ability to work remotely, and so allowed you to move back home, I guess, eh?
Yeah, definitely did, for sure.
So you just finished an album that you're calling it a classical crossover album. Tell us a little bit about that. What does that word mean to you, and what's this album about? It
seems to be like classical crossover has a classical tint, but used for kind of like film scoring as well. You hear a lot of film scores have it. But this one's called Fragments of a Life, and it's kind of view where, to me, it seems like life doesn't seem to be linear as well. It's just these little fragments that we give meaning afterwards. And so that's how I came up with the title, and that every fragment is different for each individual. So there aren't any titles, fragment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so hopefully when people listen to it, they can put their own memories inside of it and decide what that song means to them. That was kind of the emphasis behind it, and it all kind of goes together. There's not a silence in it. So.
All right, and you have some copies of that over at the...
I do, and it has a sheet music book as well. So if anybody likes the piano and they want to play some of it, feel free. It's right there. So
yeah, I think this is the first time I've hosted the Blue Plate where somebody had sheet music. So some unique merch for the Blue Plate Special. That's awesome. Yeah. So this is kind of new for you, this exact venture, but you played in a band before, and how did you make that transition? Tell us a little bit about that band and how you moved on to this music. Yeah, that was different. It was a band called Defante, and we had... It was like electronica and kind of pop and kind of everything. And so
having a piano, and I've played piano for a very long time, but just kind of wanted to get back to that and do softer sounds, less electronics, and more straightforward. So that's
right.
kind of how that venture happened.
All right, very good. Well, let's get some more music.
Okay, this one is called Pocket Universe.
In the middle of it all, she had a pocket universe in her mind that she thought she could solve. And right before the fall, she decided to expand it and expand it and expand it and expand it for all. She said, "All my fear is gone. I hope all my fear is gone. All my fear is gone. I hope all my fear is gone." Let it be in the safe of your sorrow. Let you see the world again, holding hands with all that you borrow. Can you see the universe, my friend? Can you see the universe, my friend? All my fear is gone. I hope all my fear is gone. All my fear is gone. I hope all my fear is gone.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to try to get through a few of the fragments pieces with the time we have left, and hopefully each one will go into the next ones.
All we want is real. Fake it till we feel. How far must we fall to realize life at all? Look at all the things we'll share. All our ghosts need more repair. Restless soul that feels the sound, keeps the spark here underground. Underground.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Jonathan Knight on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to have to take a couple of minutes to switch the stage over here. Might take a little longer than usual since we are focused with the cameras on the piano, so I'll talk to you a little bit as we do that. First, I want to tell you that support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, Barley's Knoxville, Downtown Knoxville, and Visit Knoxville. Do a little special thank you today for our tech crew having to work a little extra hard to switch things around. We've got Johnny and Jeter working hard for us. Many thanks to them. Some of the things coming up on the Blue Plate Special next week. We kick off the week on Monday with Josh Bearden and Cullen Wade. On Tuesday, we've got 18 Strings along with the Hawthorns. Now, I don't know what 18 Strings is, so y'all help me do a little thinking. I was trying to think of what combination of instruments that could be. And I think it could be several different combinations, you know. It could be 3 guitar players, right? 6 times 3 is 18. But I doubt that's what it is. I was thinking, well, what if we started with a mandolin that's 8 strings, we added a fiddle that's 4, we're up to 12, and then a guitar, 16, it could be that. I thought, well, maybe if it's a classical ensemble, it could be a string quartet, but that's only 16, so yeah. But it could be all kinds of things, I suppose. So anyway, y'all have to look at the website, and I will too, to find out what 18 Strings is on April 2nd. On the 3rd, we've got Alex Jordan. On April 4th, we've got Thomas Hines, along with the Honey Badgers. And then on the 5th, we have the Big Plate down at Barley's with Jason Lee Wilson, along with James County. On next Saturday, right back here in the Visitor Center, we've got Jason Hoss Hicks along with the Dark Hollow Band, and I'll be back around to host that one next Saturday. And then the Monday following that, we've got something a little bit different. We've got the Maryville College Theater Department doing some music from the musical Oliver. Yeah, we got another cool show coming up next Friday night, April 5th at 7 p.m. We've got the Secret City radio show at the Grove Theater in Oak Ridge, and our host, Chad Bouchain, will host musical guests Dom Flemons and Kelly Jolly. That ought to be a pretty fun show. For more information and tickets, you can go to WDVX.com. Well, I'm getting thumbs up from everybody that we're ready to kick things back off. We're going to shift gears here a little bit, and everybody give a big welcome to Anthony Ray Wright.
Well, tell me that you love me or don't. Tell me that you're staying or you won't. Tell me what's the news. I'm tired of all these blues. Tell me that you love me or don't. When I see you out, you're always coy. When we are alone, I am your boy. You never act the same. You're everybody's flame. Everyone in town knows you by name. Well, tell me that you love me or don't. Tell me that you're staying or you won't. Tell me what's the news. I'm tired of all these blues. Tell me that you love me or don't. Well, everybody tells me love is blind. Lately I've been thinking so am I. You never act the same. You're everybody's blame. Everyone in town knows you by name. I'm getting the impression you're so bad.
but you aren't the only one I ever had. If you keep fooling around, I'm gonna shut you down. Never did intend to be your clown. Well, tell me that you love me or don't. Tell me that you're staying, no you won't. Well, tell me what's the news. I'm tired of all these blues. Tell me that you love me or don't. Yeah, tell me that you love me or don't. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey, how about that Jonathan Knight? Jonathan did a fine job. I really enjoyed his set. I'm going to follow him from here on out. But I'm Anthony Ray Wright, and we're going to do some songs for you. That last song, we're doing original songs today, and but that last song, Jerry Gerton wrote that last song, and it's on the new album, so it's one of my favorite ones he did. So he's also a songwriter and everything. So here's one I wrote called "Give Me a Heartache," and it's my last album I focused on traditional country sounds, and which differs from the sound that I normally do, which is a darker kind of country sound. So kind of going for this, 1970s, 60s, just country music. This one's called Just Give Me a Heartache. Well, I don't know where you go when I sleep at night. Can't hold you tight anymore. The honky tonks are full tonight. Maybe you aren't there, or you're somewhere near. I don't know. Two-step on the dance floor in the faded light. Something just ain't right anymore. Just give me a heartache, oh, the time of day. I don't mind the misery if you won't stay. I can't stand the nothing that you won't say. Just give me a heartache all the time of day. Well, I woke up on the floor this morning with a thirst. There ain't nothing worse home, but you are gone. I stumble across the bedroom floor and I wonder why. How can I go on and on? Just give me a heartache all the time of day. I don't mind the misery if you won't say. I can't stand the nothing that you won't say. Just give me a heartache all the time of day. Just give me a heartache all the time of day. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Anthony Ray Wright on the WDVX Blue Play Special. Well, welcome back. You were here, what'd you say, back in 2016?
Yeah, 2016 is it's been a minute.
Yeah, before the big event, right?
Yep.
So you you have a little bit of an unusual background compared to some of the other folks who come through here. I know a lot of folks who come through here have family who play music, and you said you didn't really grow up around music. So tell us the story at how you got into it.
Well, yeah, I didn't really have a lot of music played around, and I guess my grandfather did he played a lot of 70s Elvis around, and that was my introduction into music, really. And then there was church we did when we were younger and whatnot. But yeah, my grandpa wanted to get me a guitar. I didn't want one, didn't want anything to do with it. And then he talked to me about it again, and I got one, and the first day I had it, I learned some chords, and I was hooked, and that's been it. And I was about 12 years old, so yeah.
Yeah, and then when you first started playing professionally, it sounds like you were playing as a sideman mostly, playing a bunch of different instruments, right?
Yeah. I played with a few different bands, and I was playing bass, drums, guitar, steel guitar, and figured I'd give my thing a shot a few years back, probably about 2012. So.
And you were telling me that your kind of the big influence that got you into this style was somebody who won't surprise anybody, which Hank Williams.
Yeah, Hank Williams Sr., yeah. There's some Hank Williams history here in town.
Did you manage to walk down the road to
No, I think we're going to go after this.
After this. Yeah, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, of course, Hank Williams Sr. spent his last night in the Andrew Johnson Hotel right here in Knoxville, which is that brick building on the left right before you cross the Gay Street Bridge going out of downtown. So Knoxville has a lot of wonderful history.
Yeah.
I hope you all make it down there.
Yeah, I think we will. I'm excited to go see it.
Yeah. So you have a couple of full albums out. One that you're playing some stuff off of today, right?
Yeah. I'm focusing on the new one, which is it's funny. I like to do funny titles for my albums, but this one's called A Country Music Album, and so we're kind of doing that today. And then the one before that's called. I took a spin off a Johnny Cash album. He came out with an album called The Fabulous Johnny Cash, '58, and I called this one The Foolish Anthony Ray Wright. So, that's the first one we came out with. So.
And you're working on a new one over in a studio in Nashville?
Yeah, so we're going to record it in May at the Owen Bradley's Quonset Hut in Nashville. That's very historical. It's where Patsy Cline recorded, George Jones, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan recorded in there. So it's a very historical recording studio.
Well, that sounds like that'll be fun.
I'm excited about it.
All right, well, cool. Well, let's get some more music.
All right. Well, here's another from that new album. It's called this is probably the most country song I have, and then we'll switch it up here. But it's called Last Call. It's like a double meaning song, you know. Said to me, it's closing time, but I don't wanna go. I'm sitting here with this beer as the bright lights will show. I was warned and informed it'd be last call, she'd say. My memory and mine won't be kind, as I know I cannot stay. Last call, she's ringing on the phone. Last call, she's leaving. I'm drinking, don't wanna go. Shot glass, it's empty. It was my last shot today. I had a chance, I took a stance and drank it all away. I walked the floor, right out that door into the night. I might go home, or I just might roam back to those city lights. Last call, she's ringing on the phone. Last call, she's leaving. I'm drinking all alone. Last call, she's ringing on the phone. Last call, she's leaving. I'm drinking and don't wanna go. Last call, she's leaving. I'm drunk and don't wanna go. Take us home. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Well, might as well do one more from that one. It's a waltz. Any waltz dancers out there? This probably isn't the dance kind of crowd, is it? Used to that. Yeah, no. Well, out in Texas, they do a lot of two-stepping, but this is a waltz, and it's a, a lot of these songs I'm doing are, it's kind of important to get in that dark side of your mind and get sad. Sometimes you got to have that. It kind of helps you get you over the real stuff. So this one's called "Riding This Life Alone." We're doing an E flat today. Well, the gauge is low. I'm not feeling fine, but I'll go on as long as I can. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's alright, till that old sun fades on the land. While I idle down this road to sin, the sign stands clear as can be. Well, I'm not too sure when this will come to a halt. I'm just riding this life alone. I don't worry about this, I don't worry about that, 'cause nothing will turn out right anyhow. I don't speak too much, I've got too little to say. Well, I sure hope you can understand. While I idle down this road to sin, the sign stands clear as can be. Well, I'm not too sure when this will come to a halt. I'm just riding this life alone. I'm just riding this life alone. Thank you. Appreciate it. So here's a little bit of an example of a style that I feel more is original to me. It's called "I'll Travel On." It's one of the earliest songs I wrote when I was about 18 years old, and yeah, let's go from there. I don't know where I'm bound. This train's gone, I'm leaving town. Through the cold night and up till dawn, I'm born to ramble, I'll travel on. There's nothing left for me to strive. Riding along keeps me alive, but not for long. I'm going home. So until then, this earth I'll roam. The joyful noise, it tortures me. What I don't know, how can I see? Sorrow is my only friend. I can look back, soon comes the end. I'm growing cold, I'm fading now. I don't know when, I don't know how, but not for long. I'm going home. So until then, I'll travel on. Thank you. Appreciate it. We got a new song. I have not performed this song really. It's one I just wrote. This is the one we're going to record in Nashville. I want to do something within that style, but it's a new tune called Mr. Lonesome and Sad. And I got all these sad songs for you today. You know, I like doing sad songs. So yeah, it's a new one, and we're going to do this back in May here. So, Mr. Lonesome and Sad. There's a time for loving, and there are times to be had. But today is the day. You might call me crazy. Oh, just call me Mr. Lonesome and Sad. 'Cause I'm packing up and leaving, and I'm taking it home. I'll walk down the road in the pouring rain. I'll be the saddest thing that you've ever saw. And where I hang my head and cry, I don't plan on staying too long. You can call me crazy, you might wanna call me Mr. Lonesome and Sad from now on. They say there's a rhyme and a reason for things that don't turn out right. But I'm not buying, and I'm not trying to make excuses for things I don't like. And where I hang my head and cry, I don't plan on staying too long. You can call me crazy, you might wanna call me Mr. Lonesome. It's that from now on. You won't see me laugh, you won't see me smile. I won't be what they want me to be. I'd rather sleep by the weeping willow tree. It sounds a lot like a life meant for me, where I hang my head and cry. I don't plan on staying too long. You can call me crazy, you might wanna call me Mr. Lonesome. Sad for now on. You can call me crazy, you might wanna call me Mr. Lonesome, and sad for now on. Thank you, appreciate it. That's a new one, hadn't been recorded yet. I'm gonna do one more for y'all. Thank y'all for having me at WDVX. And one more is fine, right?
One more fine, but I'm going to break in right here for just a second.
Sounds good to me.
That right there is Anthony Ray Wright on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Before we get that one more song, I want to do a couple of thank yous. So, one more time, let's have a hand for our first act today, Jonathan Knight. And you can keep up with his music at jonathannightmusic.com. Also, I'd like to thank you all for coming out and being in the audience today, everybody who's listening and watching out there as well. I hope you'll go stick around, rather, and visit with both of our acts today. You can go visit them over at the merch table. They both do have merch here with us today. And before we get back to the music, I should also mention we can keep up with Anthony's music at anthonyrayWright.com. So find out what these fellas are up to. But yeah, let's get that one more song before we have to get out of here today.
Sounds good to me. I appreciate y'all for having me, and it's great being here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So we live out in the Cincinnati area-ish, kind of. So we played, Kentucky last night? I was in Kentucky last night. So anyway, this last song is called Foolish Minded. It's one of my favorite ones I've written. Well, I find myself here once more. I just can't stay away. Why haven't I learned before? I'm just here wasting my time. You're good for me, I think I need you. I see the devil lies inside. Why don't you understand? I would lie for you, I would die for you. I travel across the sea, but you won't wait for me. Thus my destiny, she'll come and comfort me. Well, don't you know that I love you so? In the sickest kind of way, I have fun when I find it, and at last I cannot hide it. Oh, baby, I'm foolish minded. Well, I can't keep you off of my mind. You're always there all the time, tearing a hole in my heart. You're the apple of my eye. You bring me peace and understanding. I see the devil lies inside. Why don't you understand? I would lie for you, I would die for you. I travel across the sea, but you won't wait for me. Thus my destiny shall come and comfort me. Well, don't you know that I love you so, in the sickest kind of way? I have fun when I find it, and at last I cannot hide it. Oh, baby, I'm foolish-minded. Thank you all so much. Thanks for sticking around. It means a lot to me.
That's Anthony Ray Wright on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We hope you'll join us next time for more real live music. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.